Good morning. I had a video I was going to put this here for you guys, and I'll put it in the back and you guys can watch that. Good morning. What I want to talk about is when you have friends, right? I think people have an idea of what that means, and it should be, cherished, especially when you have someone you call them a friend. And when you reach out with people, we understand people are busy. A lot of people are busy, and we want to communicate and have an opportunity to, talk with our friends, hang out with our friends. But at the end of the day, it's scheduling, right? You got to schedule it because everyone is beyond busy and, they're doing their thing. So I tell everyone who gets this video, hello, my friend, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I text you and I don't get a response. So if you don't want to respond with me, tell me. Don't ignore me or ghost me. I've got people I've texted hello to that I don't even get a reply back. Tell me you don't want to talk to me. Tell me you're busy. Don't ignore me. I'm not here to... Why are you... Weird, And it's... it's I don't know if it's just me. And if it is just me, damn, what's up with that? However, everyone do whatever they got to do. And, I got a lot of people who are, genuinely, they work and they're busy. And, I drive to do some work and I have a lot of free time. But that's by choice. And, I try to do some work and it's overbearing sometimes, I'm not young like how I used to be. I keep myself, in shape. I work out. I've got some people who I do talk with. And you know what? I'm okay with the select few I have. Because everybody else, you're all fake, man. Wake the fuck up. Why are you fake? Why do you waste people's time? You want to do stuff? Then put in your part. Don't come and talk and say, we talk about things. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to see what you need to do. And if you can't see that, you figure it out. I figured it out. And I'm not here to put anybody in blast. But I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot of people out there that will appreciate who you are as a person. And I don't have to chase people to say hello. I wake up and I have my hellos and my good mornings. I get it sent out early because I wake up before you do. And if you can't see when I'm here being genuine with you and talking with you, what do you want me to do? Wake up. Figure it out. Why are you here? Why are you watching this video? I'm not mad at you. I don't even know who's watching this video. If you take it personal, maybe there's something wrong with you. If there's something wrong with you, what are you gonna do? We live in Las Vegas. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And there's a lot of people that are messing it up. And you know what? We still move forward. We look at a lot of things in this city that we wish we can go and do, and then someone, oh yeah, they're doing this and doing that, and it never gets done, or it takes forever. And I get it. Things take time. Back in the day when they were building those Roman buildings, there was a whole generation that it went by. 100 years. So who knows what's going to happen in 100 years? The question is, are you ready for it? No one's here carrying the bag. You know, no one pays my bills. No one should be paying your bills. You know, what are your bills? What is the priority? And we, as people, we wake up and we look at life and we want good things. So, what do you want? What are your criteria? Where's your friendships, your people? Do you really have 200 friends? No, nobody has that. You got acquaintances, you got people you know, different networks, different groups of friends that are, restricted, but you got that core. So the question is, where do you see yourself with your friends? As a player or just someone on the side? Someone just for resources, for what is it that you want? You know what I want? I want real people to talk with me with real things and just humor me. I don't tell people what to do. I suggest things. They don't like my suggestions? Fuck it. Don't take it. Don't get mad at me because, I got ideas and you don't. Or maybe you are thinking of it and you're just not ready. Just tell me. Hell, I don't know. Okay. It's rude when someone tells you, like, oh, you tell people what to do all the time. I don't tell nobody what to do, nothing. You know what I tell people? Suggestions. Either you take it or you don't take it. You're going to walk and you're like, oh, I don't know why this door don't open. Well, why don't you pull it? Oh. You're going to slam your whole body in there and you're like, oh, this is locked. There are systems. There are things. And the problem is everyone has their opinion based off of someone else's opinion, and there's no facts behind it, or they don't know the facts, they just know the opinion, and it gets old. You can't have a good deep conversation with someone about the opinion and then they get upset with you because you just want to get to, well, why the hell do you think that? I have people that cherish me from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed. Then I got some that do not, and it's just mind-boggling. I'm like, why are you talking to me? Why are you, because you need something? That's what it is. They call me because they need something. They never call me to say, hey, how you feeling? How are you? And you know what I tell them? I'm fine. I don't need someone to come and tell me, oh, you're doing okay, you're alright, what's going on? That's just how it is. You wake up, you go to work, you do your thing, you call home. Wherever the hell you call home. Don't dictate where I am. I don't dictate where you're at. You chose to have a 4,000, 8,000 lifestyle. There are different lifestyles. And you cannot judge people by what you have and expect. And the problem is, we just want to be heard. And no one wants to hear it. So, I'll put this on the internet and you can tag it and share it and clip it and do whatever you gotta do. But I'll tell you one thing, don't be a fake friend. You want to be a fake friend? Delete your account. Delete it. Don't waste nobody's time. I love to engage with people and have a conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't like it? Block me and delete me. I will not lose sleep. I'll wake up and go, oh, was there someone here? Because I never get a message from you. I never get a message from a lot of people. You want to stay busy? You want to have, personal attitude? Okay, figure it out. But don't put it towards me, because people like me want to reach out. I'm not saying I'm better than you, but you better come correct. And that's it. You can't talk to me and laugh because I say I made XYZ in a month. That's a high number. And it doesn't happen often, but you know what? You remember it. You'll be proud of it. And you know what? I don't have to explain. No one has to explain. You know? The audacity of some people. And it's all right. I just look at them and go, wow, you really think like that. You are just a piece of work. And that's all right. Because you know what? If they think of me like I cannot do it, then they're going to have a rude awakening. I've had my life on hold because the minute I move forward, arms come out and be like, gimme, 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 gimme. And that's sad. Some people don't even know how to have a conversation or text or make a phone call. You know, you want to dictate people? You can't dictate. Who are you? You could sit side by side and say, okay, let's see what we can do. And you could put it out. For what? For your enjoyment? Your amusement? No. You want to just be respected just like everybody else. And you know what? The problem, everybody will look at you and will see what they want to see, not what you think they see. Some are not even paying attention to you. Some people are just not even coherent. What do they call them? NPCs. So you're either participating in it, sitting on the sidelines watching it, or not even participating at all. So I leave things for you to listen and cherish and understand, and I will be real with you. And my channel is raw. You know, some people like what I'm saying, some people will not like what I'm saying. But don't come attack me because you don't like what I'm saying. Well, how about opening your mind and understanding someone else thinks different than you? That's it. I think different than you, and you think different than me. So what? We're gonna fight over it? You're not even in the same radius as me. So why would I go out of my way to affect you? If my voice affects you, then you reevaluate your reality. Because if I'm saying something that's affecting you, I don't even know you. I don't know anything about you. I don't even know why you're here. Why? Because you don't go down there and you don't communicate, you don't text. I got messages in the back where people communicate because it's private. But if you want to communicate and hang out and talk, we could talk. When you have friends who are ride or die, when you have a relationship with someone that is stronger than anything, you cannot come and dictate to me if you have not been in a relationship longer than me. And I cannot dictate to you about anything about relationships because even me, I don't get it. But we take our time and we learn. And we understand. And people will take whatever you want to take apart videos and insert their opinion as saying, oh, that's what they said, that's where it is, that's what's going on, you know? And that's the problem. No one is paying attention. They're on autopilot. They're not awake. They keep saying, oh, I'm awake. You're awake doing what? You're doing the same thing. Going to work, clocking in, doing your hours, clocking out. Half the time you're on your phone, you know, surfing the internet and bitching about life. I wake up every day trying to find a new way to make things better. And when people don't understand that, and people don't understand the fact that we live in a community where we work together, and people have to understand that if I create a problem, it might affect a lot of people, so we try not to create problems. But how about this for you? You want to think fifth dimensionally? What you think and assume can affect others. How is that possible? Well, if you think someone in a negative way, your mind is projecting that essence, that negative essence. And that's why people who are over there are having problems. When you're having problems, it might be because someone is thinking of you in not so nice thoughts, and it's affecting you. So when I say you have to understand your thoughts dictate your reality. So if your reality is so jaded and you don't know what's going on, well, the universe is going to create randomness. And you're going to receive what from that? Lessons. Because this reality is based off of lessons. So, like, again, do not get upset with the messenger telling you something because your message you're receiving is contradictory. It's not our fault. Anyone outside of your existence, don't get mad at them. They're a reflection of what you're speaking and what you're saying and what you're doing. So if they don't understand and it comes off wrong, and then you misinterpret it, you're just playing a phone game right in front of someone. And you're not willing to take the opportunity to take a second and say, what am I listening to? Like if you're working a job and you're about to go in front of like 800 people and you got to do certain things in a certain way and you don't understand what's happening after people are communicating with you and you need to be on point, don't get mad at them. You have to take that responsibility. And that's what I've been just telling people, and they get upset. The new paradigm of reality is, you know what? I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Everyone else tells me what I'm doing wrong, but you know what I tell them? Live life. Understand that we're not here upset with you. We're just trying to understand what you're saying and accommodate you on what you're saying. Reality is based on what you think. So if you think your life is messed up, your life is messed up. And people might look at you and say, how is your life messed up? You got transportation, you got food, you got air in your lungs, you got all your appendages. What is messed up? Nothing. If you wake up in the morning and you are aware and you can understand people and where they're going from or going to or talking about, man, I can't even talk right now. You just have to be more aware. And that's all I'm doing for me too. And since I'm creating my own personal awareness and it slips out of my mouth, don't be upset or text or whatever. I could just, there's a Ken and Peele video where you see him saying, hey, you know, are we hanging out? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, of course, man. I thought you were going to come here. And he's like, what do you mean I'm going to come over? And it turns into this, he's upset. And he's like, oh, he goes, so do you want me to come over there? And the text is like, oh, how considerate. Yeah, whatever you want, man. We can go now. And he goes, oh, you want to, like, it's a fight. I had the same situation in front of my colleagues where clearly someone's getting upset, and I look at them and I go, do you want to step outside? Yeah, bro, you want to go? And I was like, what is, and you know what? That's all right. We get a good laugh about it later on. And that's what life is about. It's about learning and educating yourself and being real with your friends and not being fake. We get some people think having friends is like a full-time job. If it's a job for you, then that's not your friend. You get it? If you have someone who you think are going to do all these things and whatever, and they're not there, or you feel like you got to go out of your way, that's not a friend. That means you're not a priority. So that, you know, if you have to make an adjustment with that, it's okay. And if they come out and say, hey, what happened? Don't blow it in their face and say, oh, because you're just, you know, get over it. They're not awake to your presence. They're not awake with the concept idea of you being a part of their life. And it's not like it's not like it's you. It could be that the part or the role you're playing is not an active role in their mind. And you think you might be an active participant, but maybe in that participant, it's basically you realizing that they might be a major part in your life, but you're not a major part in their life. It's like when you find out, you tell someone, hey, you're my best friend. They're like, oh, damn, bro, you think of me like that? John, the hell, man. Anyway, it's funny. We live in a reality of whatever you think. I had somebody tell me, and I don't know what fantasy you think this is, and I'm over here going, yeah, it is my fantasy. And you know what? If I live that fantasy for just a couple of hours, I'll just tell you I had a great day. And that's it. I don't need to follow you. I want people to follow me because I want to help people think different. And you know what? I'm finding out a lot of people think just like me. But they don't speak it because they're just tired. Everyone is tired. I used to say I'm tired, but you know what I was really trying to say? I was beyond stressed out. And if people can't see when you're stressed out or they create problems, they know you're stressed out. They know. Gentleman was talking about CIA. He was talking about how the CIA has 16 different, well, it's 8, and you can see it 2 different ways, personality types. And he also mentioned that everyone is tired. They're in the, what's that phrase? They're in the fight or flight mode. So if you're in a fight or flight mode like a lot, then you need a vacation, man. I'm going to park real quick right here. And I'm going to finish this thing because I am ranting like there's no tomorrow. So, let me put it in a way you'll understand. I love you. I care about you. I care about a lot of people. I'm talking to everyone who is watching these videos. Life is already complex, and we don't even have a user manual. They give you a user manual like the Bible, the Quran, there's lots of different manuals, and the best manual for anyone would be your manual. If you could just take a second and get a journal, but a nice sketchbook. If you get a nice sketchbook and I will do video on what I'm talking about, because I should be on my 3rd book, but I'm not doing it the way it was intended to do or be done. So live your life with purpose, with understanding, with respect for other people. If someone's just calling to say, hey, let's hang out, be real with them, saying, look, you know what, I don't see you like that. I got a lot on my plate. I got people who tell me that, and that's all right, because when you have a different lifestyle from people in the Matrix, the one thing that some people are really good at is doing the crab game, where their life isn't great, and if they see you doing better than them, they're gonna do, it's subconscious, man. They'll come and destroy you for shits and giggles, and it's not right. I have people who when they are coherent and they see a lot of text messages I've sent, they're like, oh man, how are you? It's because reality, man. Life is designed to keep you distracted because it's designed for lessons. Now, you can either learn the lessons or you can not participate. So when I say not participate, I mean you don't have to go out of your way to be serving people who will not respect what you're doing, like in relationships, and I'll say me, I don't give a shit. when you have a relationship and you're trying to do your part, and then they're telling it's, all these problems, and they're labeling with narcissism and all these technical terms. I'm not that educated. Yeah, if I'm doing something that partakes in that, I'm not looking at, I feel damage. I feel like there's a problem. So if I try to say something towards that person that's dealing with the problem and it doesn't resonate correctly, it turns into an argument. So what I've learned is to not talk anymore. Just, when you see it turning into something, you just stop. And I'm coming to the fact that I'm stopping a lot. And it makes me wonder. I self-reflect. I listen to what I said. And if I would have put that in a text format, it's my grammar. My grammar is not perfect, so my grammar gets misconstrued. I don't even like that word because someone said that to me, and I looked at them like, wow, I'm not an educated person. And I had to look that word up back in the day, and when I did, I was like, wow, okay. But when you're trying to talk to me in a way that you have to verbally say, hey, I don't want to get this misconstrued, you need to reevaluate your thought. Because I had people talk to me in ways that they would be 6 foot under. And I'm not threatening anybody. I just know that how many times have someone spoken to you in such a manner, you literally looked at them and just say, man, and you don't do anything. Why? Because you know what? We're genuinely good people. We're all genuinely good people, and we're just like you, just trying to figure it out. And in the relation world, I'm 47 years old, and I still haven't figured it out. A lot of people my age haven't figured it out. But you know what I did figure out? From that young, red pilling and all that crap and all these people talking, that's some real stuff. And, I see a lot of residue. I choose to ignore it. But because, at our age, we're thinking, okay, what's going on for the rest of your life? Who am I going to, spend the rest of my life with? And, I'm just going to allow the universe to set me up. So universe, get to work. Because people who claim they're with me, or claim they care about me, or claim me as their property, I'm not your property. Because if you cared you don't even watch these videos, so it doesn't even matter. The point is, if you were 100%, you would be right here. You would be listening and understanding and not creating none of this nonsense. But you know what? Reality is what you make of it. So in my reality, I want that person, whoever that is, to be straightforward and say, I like you with a beard, without a beard. I like you, if you are smart or not smart. I like you because you know what? I like you because of you. And that's it. So I'm going to let people know that I am single, and I enjoy being single. Do I have friends who I talk to? Yeah. Am I being, in anyone's, situation per se? Not that I'm aware of. And I'm going to keep it that way for a minute. Why? Because it would be nice to have a break. It would be nice to just have someone talk to me because they care about me as a person and not about sex. And when people get that, I'm not here to be for sex. I'm not here for that. I'm here to grow, learn, be spoken to in a manner where it creates growth. And, if I speak in a manner that is bad towards you, then correct it right away. Just go, hey, I don't like how you said that. And I'll go, oh, how would you say it? And then you could just say, I like it this way. And I go, yeah, because I'm not educated. Anyways, I got to go train some dogs. And I'm so proud of these dogs. They're doing so well. I try to put some recording stuff. But I got a call coming, so I got to handle this. So talk to you later. Bye.